This is Malaya. Let me be your guide now.
Hello everyone, today I have a great pleasure to speak with our new members, Suriati Supani.
Yeah. So I was born and raised in Singapore. Life was good. I was holding a very good, stable job, which I love. I was in research. That was the last position I held. And then I fell in love with a Norwegian Viking. And then all hell broke loose. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean,
Love is in the air. Love is in the air.
yeah, love makes you do crazy things, from a hot place to a mighty cold -20.
You are evidence.
Yes, I'm testimony of that. Love makes you do crazy things. Yeah. So when I in Singapore, I had I had 20 persons that I was in charge of. So I've always had people whom I'm in charge of, and I was holding high positions. And then when I came to Norway, it was a culture shock, and it was a slap on my face, because I realized I could not find any position that complements or utilizes my qualifications and my talents. So I applied for a lot of jobs. I think the number that I have is 300, about 300 positions in a span of maybe a couple of years. And rejection after rejection, it chipped away my confidence. And it's strange that our circumstances actually have the power to influence how you feel. And I lost confidence in myself, and I actually went into many depressive days. Yeah. After, I think for a long while, I think then I realized that basically I just got tired of being depressed. I just felt like this is enough. I have to get up. But I do remember going through those many days when the stepsons are gone to school and husband gone to work. So I would sleep a lot, right? So I would sleep very long hours, and they would come back home like around 3, and that's when I will start cooking. And I felt like I didn't have a purpose, right? So I basically lost myself. But then I decided to snap out of it, and then I realized that, hey, entrepreneurship is staring in front of me, and I've never looked back.
If you can share what kind of entrepreneurship you found and how was that journey for you?
So my first business is in travel. So unfortunately, of course, I cannot run my travel agency. So it was, again, everything happens for a reason, right? There are several events that led me to finally set it up. One was my very first meeting with Lady Aurora Borealis, or Miss Northern Lights. So it was just outside my house. It's very rare for it to be on the eastern side where we are. Most of the time, Northern Lights is up north, but we do get it, but very rare. So that very fateful evening, so my stepson came back and he said, there's the Northern Lights outside if you want to go and see. And my husband was like, nah, I've seen it, you go. And I quickly put on my clothes and I went there. It was not the kind that is very clear, okay? But you can see it. You can see that it's there. So it moves in and out, in and out. And I was very overcome with we've actually overcome with a little sadness, but I'm also marveled by this beauty. And I felt so fortunate, like, wow, who am I? Who am I to get to see this? People pay money, travel so far, from Asia or all over the world to come here. And I'm just here outside my house enjoying this. And at that point of time, it made me realize probably there's something here. Because, hey, if you have applied 300 positions and you don't feel good, why you want to stay? Right? I thought I should just back up. I don't know what's going to happen. But I was already talking about that and, talking to my husband that maybe we should move back to Singapore and blah, blah, blah. But that was that moment when I felt like my root chakra was telling me, you got to be here. there is something here in Norway for you. I was just overcome with that awe, that sense of awe, and I could feel like the universe or God, for me, God was telling me something at that moment. So that was one of the events that made me realize that, okay, Northern Lights is probably the thing that maybe I should be looking into that. At the same time, we live at the mouth of the forest, so we have actually been inviting friends over, or from Oslo, and we've been bringing them to the forest, either doing horse carriage rides. We make fire, and then people were saying, "Wow, this is really special." I said, "Really, this is special?" So that's when I put two and two together. Another significant story was a hedgehog. So I have this story on my website. So which is why the hedgehog becomes my company's mascot. It is part of my logo. So never seen a hedgehog my whole life, right? So someone in Asia, never seen hedgehog, real life, only seen it on Animal Planet maybe. So I saw that on the lawn, and that was summer in May. And my husband and the boys were like, "You gotta come out, you gotta come out." I was like, "What is it?" "Dude, this is the hedgehog. It's like just moving very fast." Oh my God. I took the picture of it and I put it on Facebook. And I think like in the evening, the next day, I had like about over 30 likes. I don't know about some people, but for me, 30 likes is quite a lot. So people were like, "Oh my God," raving about it. And then I realized that I've got something here. Actually, there's so much here that I put out that is very well received, like pictures of the Lake Mjosa. And people, "Oh my God, I wish that I could jump into this lake." So then, step by step, and mixing around with a bunch of women entrepreneurs, learning from them, because I was still searching. And they were the one who said, "Suriati, if you want to make this a business, you cannot be doing camping at the forest. That's not going to make you money." And then they say, "Go for the Northern Lights." And that's when I knew, it's a series of events, isn't it? That's the reason why I met Lady Burleys that day. So this is also the story that I put up in my book. So I have a book about how to find the Northern Lights. So it started with that very fateful evening. Yeah. So that's
Wow,
how I started. That's how I started my travel agency. Yeah.
what kind of great storytelling for starting the business. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, which is why I'm also the public speaking coach or storytelling coach, isn't it? So because I could not run my travel business on COVID, luckily I started in 2018 in November coaching in public speaking. So when 2019. So 2020 came, I could not run my travel. Then I said, okay, this is thank God I started this. The coaching. In the olden days, you can just put products, pictures of products, and then you can just hire someone to be wearing your product, using your products, and the owner can just be behind the scene, right? So in the olden days, you can do that, and the business will just run. Now on social media, people want visibility. People want to know who's the boss.
Yeah.
And why are you hiding? So my point of view is that gone are the days that you can do that. If you want to have a successful business, visibility is key. You've seen so many of the tech companies, they are out, and I know tech people, they don't really like limelight too much, right? They like to be behind the computer, but this is the real world. And so I've also gone through an exercise beginning of 2020 to find out what is my mission. What is it that you're called for? So there's like an exercise that I had to do. So from that exercise, it came up to me. It's not like, it's not just me, okay? So we have to do it in a group. So I will talk about it, and they will also sort of resonate what comes up. So what I took from that was that my mission is to unleash the authentic voice in everyone, so that we will find ease in impacting other people's lives. So that's my mission. So I've come to accept that this is my mission. And how I ended up doing public speaking coaching was also totally like accidental. Like I have a coach. Sorry, not a coach. I was in Global Women Club, and the director said, "I think you should consider going into coaching." And at that time, I was thinking like, "What, me? I thought I'm just gonna do this travel agency until I don't know until I become really old." So I was like really feeling like my legs were a bit shaky because a coach, me a coach. But when eventually when it's time, like I thought, okay, I should do it. And she was like, she saw it for me. She saw it very clearly. She saw something I didn't see for myself. And she saw it so clearly, and she just told everyone, you know what, Suriati's gonna start doing this workshop for you. And I'm like sitting there blinking, what on earth am I gonna be doing at this workshop? And but I took her nudge very seriously, right? I took it very seriously. So and imagine if I had not taken that nudge, what will I be pivoting, 2020? So everything fell into place, and I embraced that role more and more in 2020. Then I realized that no wonder I started it in 2019. I meant to do this. And I also tracked back very quickly, just a little very quick story. I realized that I have been on stage since I was 7. So I've been doing storytelling on stage since I was 7, and it's thanks to my mom who coached me. So I've been doing countless presentations, and I have actually also written speeches for my CEOs. So then I realized that, oh my God, this is on the cards for me. I didn't know this until that director saw. I don't know how. She doesn't know my history, but she's very intuitive. So that's what happened. It's about following the breadcrumbs.
Super interesting. And who is your avatar? Who is your ideal client? So who are the people you are serving with your speaking coaching, public speaking coaching?
Okay. I'm looking for people who are ready to shine. I'm looking for people who are ready to embrace their own stories. We all have our own stories. People who are thinking that it's time to come out, to embrace all your vulnerability, and ready to be visible, because it takes a while. Not everybody wants to be visible, but if you have decided that this is you, then let's talk.
Beautiful. And I know you have something in the very near future, actually in this month, in January. So can you share also about what kind of program you are preparing, and so for the members of our community, so they can what they have to do to find out more information about the program and how they can enroll?
Yes. So it's very much in line with my mission. So I have co-founded a women empowerment platform, which is called She Reveals Summit. So basically, we are creating a stage for women to share their vulnerable stories, their most heart-wrenching stories, the stories that had made them to wake up. Just like my story that I just told you, right? I basically woke up. So every woman will be talking about their life stories and how they triumph, they come out of it. Yeah. So we wanna encourage and set up a very safe place for people to feel comfortable to share that, to be vulnerable, and then we want to celebrate this achievement. The journey that they are, where they are in their journey right now. So that's what we want to do. So it's happening on the 30th and 31st January for 2 days. We had it offline last year, of course, but this year it's going to be online. So we want to reach out to women and men who need to be inspired. There's a lot of people out there who are either feeling anxious because COVID is not over, lockdown after lockdown still. We also have a lot of people who are unsure, they're searching. Never mind resolution of the year. There's still a lot of people who are not clear what they want to do. And I know that our women have the potential and the capability of getting you to step up. I've seen it already happening last year. Yeah. So what happened last year was we sold half day ticket. It was only for one day. We sold half day tickets. So a lot of people who come in the morning, they stayed on, they buy the next ticket because they felt this is so inspiring. It's so, it's getting me to do things that I never thought I would be able to do. Just hearing from these women. So another thing that's interesting is the women are also going to be doing 45-minute workshops. So they're going to be a lot of freebies. Yeah, a lot of things, various kinds of topics, and some offers, So if you guys are looking for coaches, this is the best time because we have so far about, I believe we have about 25 women so far over the 2 days. But we're still also, we're still getting more. So we'll see how it goes, how many numbers. But this is going to be a great time for you if you are searching and you need a boost in terms of inspiration, then we welcome you.
And how people can enroll? Is there any website or they can find on what platform will be for the summit for this event?
Okay, you can book your tickets on our Facebook group, which is called She Reveals Summit. We are also on Instagram, also by the name She Reveals Summit, and I think there's a number of the links are all there. So we're like a little shameless in putting out the links everywhere. So feel free to join us. Each ticket costs 300 crowns. 300 crowns is about 30 euros. So for 30 euros for 2 days, and you are also gonna get workshops of your choice. Don't you think it's a good deal, Irfan?
Yeah, I think it's a super good deal. It's amazing deal. Yes. For 2 days, it's. Yeah.
And also because we know a lot of people are in serious dire financial positions, situations. So why do we want to limit this? So we decided, okay, let's just put out. This is not the price. We priced it much higher last year.
Great. And my last question is, since you are living in a very different place than your original place in terms of the climate, so how do you re-energize yourself? Since I don't know if you can go out or it's too cold. From somebody who is from Singapore, how do you keep yourself healthy, and how you re-energize yourself in this time of COVID and all these years in Norway compared with Singapore?
All these years in Norway. Yeah. Of course, there's certain things that you can do physically. And it's important for us to embrace the new cultures, to embrace the new place, right? But what I really learned is that you got to be very clear who you are as an identity. Your identity must be very clear first. It's easy for people to say, oh, just join the locals and do this and that. But somehow, for some people, there could be a resistance. I don't want to be doing that. Like, I don't want to be part of that. So there's a bit of resistance for people who move. When you move to a new country, there's bound to be resistance. And for me, what I've really learned is that I have to embrace my own identity as an Asian, Asian woman in the 40s. I have my own set of cultures, and I have to embrace and be clear of that identity first before I can actually embrace other people's culture. So that's very important. So once I kind of fix that, right, then I'm like a girl in a candy shop. I'm like, wow, this is great. Wow, this is great. It's like, wow, a whole new world. Beauty and the Beast, a whole new world. So how do I keep myself healthy mentally, most importantly, especially because we live in the countryside? There's no traffic, there's no movement here. One thing that I do very, very which is a non-negotiable for me, is the meditation. So that was the one that helped me to get out of my depression. I also have a little of a habit where I like to walk in the dark. In Singapore, if you tell me walk in the dark, I'll be dead scared. Like, are you crazy? Walk in the dark. But over here, I'm so used to it. I live by the countryside. There is a dirt road outside my house. There are no street lights. Some parts of the road, there's no street. So I've come to really enjoy that. So my husband knows, like, at first he finds it weird, but it's like at night now, like 10:30, 11, you want to walk. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a short walk, and and especially winter, I love it because the air is so crisp. So and especially when it's snowing, oh my god, now I gotta go out because it's snowing. Imagine if it rains, you'll get wet, right? You don't want to go out, but when it's snowing, it's a totally different experience. So that's how I keep myself sane. The meditation and my walks at night in the dark.
It's very unique. Everything you shared today is super unique, and I'm super happy to have you in our community. And thank you so much for your time, for sharing your story, for sharing your upcoming event. I wish you great 2021. And we will be in touch for sure. And I invite one more time all people to visit your website, your portal, and enroll in the program. Thank you all, guys, who watched this interview. Please, if you like, subscribe on our YouTube channel. And if you see the content is available for your friends, please share with them as well so they can also see this interview. Thank you and see you soon.
Thank you, Edward. Thank you, everyone. Bye.